Hunter out today. Colby Rogers is a guy that's going to have to step up. He's made 322 threes in his career, has done it at multiple places. He can shoot it from three.
Memphis could be without Dante Harris, too. So Tyrese Hunter, Dante Harris, kind of their 1-2 lead guards, both dealing with injuries. The fadeaway, and there is that season high for him. He paid 38.5 in the semifinal. In fact, the last 4 games coming into today, 35-plus minutes.
That third foul on Bemba is a big one. And you got Joppa out there, and I'm not sure that he can test the physicality of Dane Danger the same way that Bemba can.
Yeah, he's had to take a seat, and maybe it's Clifford now.
Terrific guys going there. It's going to be a struggle.
Yeah, the key stat to me, Memphis only 1 offensive rebound here in the first few minutes of the second half, after 8 in the first half.
Continue to switch out on the floor in the pick and roll with Danger. Taking him away from the basket.
Clifford. So good at spinning out of trouble and creating.
Because he's such an unselfish player as well, Joppa was expecting a pocket pass to Templin, so he didn't fully commit to cutting that drive off.
Evans trying to attack this zone. At Gonzaga, it got you to the NBA where you specialize there. One way to beat the zone is to bust it from outside.
Well, what that's going to do is open up. They have to converge and close out further out on the floor. So now you can beat it in other ways. Dribble penetration in the middle as well as flashes, because there's more space in the middle of the floor.
Clifford, baseline drive, falling away. That's a high quality shoot.
About 1 made 3 a game.
Final 2 minutes. You can see how hot Colorado State is right now. Doing a nice job on the boards. +5 right now. I'm not sure what Joppa was looking for. Utah State right now in Jerry Palm's brackets, a 9 seed. Clifford streaks through the lane, gets a foul, gets a bucket.
Colorado State a +4 rebounding advantage, which was one of Nico Medved's big keys for us today.
Yeah, even though they beat them that last game at Boise State, they got hurt on the glass.
Clifford is good.
Lay off Morton completely.
Morton's going to go inside. Wow. And it won't rattle in, but back out to Bourne. And Bourne feeling it. To a cutting Clifford for 2 and a foul. Per game, he's got 5 today. Crocker Johnson draws the double. That leaves Clifford open. Can't do that.
Up a little bit. After the first 14 minutes, he didn't have an assist. Now he's got 5.
Clifford spinning. Count it, and the foul. Tournament championship game.
Yeah, they only have 5 twos.
Clifford with a shot clock at 5 for a Mountain West tournament record. They've got it.
West. So, but Colorado State is one of the best defensive rebounding teams in the country, and they're showing it tonight.
Again using clock. Timer winding down. Clifford. Oh, yes, what a move.
Makes it look easy.
Where they're going for the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it's an exciting time, right? You're waiting for the email to say that you're going to be going to the tournament. There'll be a little over 100 officials that get that great email that's celebrated by your family and everybody, and then you get ready to go to enjoy the madness that we all get ready to enjoy.
There's one guy that was never on the bubble, Gene Steratore.
That's right.
There's a lock every year.
Yeah, Love had a very good game yesterday. Himes was the starter, got hurt. Love came in, scored 8 points in that game yesterday. They needed their bench played terrific yesterday.
Transfer from Texas State puts the Wolfpack on the scoreboard. Here's Clifford. So dangerous down low, and that's why. He said that he challenged Kobe Sanders to be more aggressive down the stretch of the season, and he said he has accepted and risen to that challenge, playing some of his best basketball of the year right now.
Great help by Davidson that time.
Clifford a three. It's good. Ethan Morton has checked in for Colorado State as Clifford hits for 2 more.
Yeah, and
Job for 5. So they've cooled off just a little bit. Still lead by 1. Clifford with the jam.
He's not shot a free throw, guys, in this game yet, and he'd like to see that change here in the second half, as I know Coach Lapp can appreciate that.
yeah, you know, I did notice that on the score sheet, and Steve Bell was not happy with that one.
I think the wise coaches use these halftime interviews as a way to get a little messy. Bailey comes up empty. 37-33. Well, Kyan Evans had such a hot start to this game, but quiet since has not scored here in the second half. Wow. Clifford 2 more. I thought that 8 as we approach 2 minutes to go. Clifford got a hand on it and a steal. Great defense by Nique Clifford.
He's got that long wingspan. You got to be very disciplined guarding these guys in the half court, because they're going to.
And then we'll let them play through.
And for those joining on FS1 in the first half, this is where Boise State had some success with this full court 1-3-1. Not this time.
Clifford says
he played for Leon Rice. He's jumped into these things full bore, and he has reaped the benefits because of it.
Defensively, they've only given up that dunk to Clifford since the half. Now for 3. Nique Clifford splashed him to defend this defensive board. Buchanan had it deflected. Rams get a steal. Clifford hits the Jets and wins the race to the rim.
You're not catching that, man. Gotta finish possessions against Boise State.
13 second chance points. Make it 15. Clifford, a one-man comeback.
That will get him in the paint at will. Now, once he gets there, that's the differentiator.
All Clifford. And a free throw to follow.
Get a full grasp until you see him in person. And Colorado State with a 1-point lead. Feels like a big possession.
A little less than 6 minutes. Clifford.
Who else?
Career high.
Some of the players for the Rams to be able to stunt and get back. There's 3 or 4 possessions just like that previous one that's just ended in turnovers.
Evans to Clifford. Cardenas defending. Nique Clifford. Unstoppable to go. Home crowd wanted a foul as Degenhart held it. Missed 3 by Meadow. Lakeport in a dozen on his senior night for the Rams earlier this week. Their most recent win. They were picked 7th in this league and finish as the 2 seed with a win tonight. Clifford calls his own number. Well, you were on his case that he doesn't shoot the basketball enough, so he had to hop up off the Boise State bench and begin his night with a layup. But that was a knifing move by Cardenas to get it started. You're right.
Quick split. Keene, such a smart player. A smart cutter away from the basket.
Clifford just picked up his first foul. Goes to work on Meadow. Hits the brakes. Hits the jumper. Basketball teams in February turn March, both trying to play their way in with an at-large resume as they head to Las Vegas for the Mountain West tournament.
I think right away, Colorado State playing so well, making 6 out of their last 7 buckets. Just moving the basketball. You see there's not a ton of dribbling.
Clifford beats the buzzer.
Great offensive possession. Degenhart, Cardenas never lose their focus or composure. And Andrew Meadow, who's been playing great basketball as of late, is able to finish it off.
Clifford trying to calm the crowd. 8 to fire for the Rams. Nique Clifford with 5 over Degenhart.
Responsibility and lighten the load for him. You wait and watch. I mean, he is just developing so quickly.
Lake doing it at the defensive end. Here comes Evans again. Drops it off for Clifford, trailing. A finger roll at the finish.
Active hands.
Buchanan off the bounce.
But those are the shots that they're being forced to take. A lot of step back jumpers. A lot of tough shots off the bounce. Colorado State really defending at a high level.
Evans trying to put the freshman in a blender. Clifford taking over.
Utah State regains possession.
Martinez lost a handle on it, runs into the trees. Ball is still loose. Good job by Lake to prevent what would have been another jump ball, and now here comes Clifford.
I like how hard Colorado State's playing early.
Clifford on the shot fake, gets a good look in the corner and drills it. Then go on the road to Boise State. Could be a quad one game at the end of the year. They are a long shot, certainly, but could at least play themselves into the bubble conversation.
I think so.
Inside, Clifford converts.
Well, to me, this has been the most impressive 20 minutes of basketball all season for Colorado State. See if they can cap it off on this last possession.
And when they have been up at halftime, pretty darn good. They've won 17 of 18 times this year. Led by this man, Nique Clifford, Euro step towards the bucket. Gets it off the window for 2. Showing that NBA athleticism. Pull-up jumper on the other side. No, and Bemba kept it alive for Clifford. Now a baseline 2. Money. Colorado State trying to continue to make this statement here on the first Saturday in March. It's an unreal day of college basketball. Nique Clifford, big-time NBA prospect. 6th in the preseason poll. And all they have done is dominate. They got a new coach, they have a new star.
New roster, pretty much.
Do that ever was at Southern Illinois when Bruce Weber, Matt Boehner, and Chris Lowry in consecutive years took that team to the tournament.
And the decision-making in terms of hiring head coaches at Utah State, off the charts good.
Step back.
Win here today.
This is going to be 5 out of 6 years with 20 wins for Niko Medved.
So he's sustaining it, which is hard to do.
So much consistency. And you better believe there's going to be some folks that are going to see this game, this score on the ticker,
yes,
online, on social media, and they're going to be like, wait a minute, that's got to be some kind of mistake.
No.
Very impressive showcase. Oh, speaking of impressive. Out of first place in the Mountain West standings.
The way they've continued to improve, I think the role players have settled in for what is needed from them and their confidence.
Clifford just piling on.
Nice drawn-up play out of timeout by Coach Kruger. And now you see UNLV, they have few different guys stepping up. Right now, you're seeing Hill, you're seeing Bedford, you're seeing Cherry. This is what it's going to take for them to win.
Clifford struggling in this half, but gets that one before the horn. He wants it. His nickname is Bear. Bear rumbles everything but the hoop.
Yeah, he almost got that one to fall. But Bearchair keeps scoring the way he is. Expect for him to get double teamed as the game goes on. Clifford finally gets one to go. Jalen Hill the basketball, but he was being fronted by Evans. Did a great job of denying him the basketball.
Colorado State still in contention in the Mountain West as Clifford fades and knocks it down on a play-in, play-out basis.
It's everything. You know, you talk about the 15 points, you talk about the 5 assists, but there's a lot of hockey assists that he gets as Evans almost throws away right there. But he creates a lot of offense that may not show up on the stats sheet. But right now, UNLV is, as Clifford drives, UNLV is showing a lot of heart. You know, Clifford, him screening to get Bemba open, those are winning basketball plays that won't show up on the stat sheet.
That's a big miss on the front end for a 75% free throw shooter. Still a 2-point Ram lead. Dream State from Clifford puts
dribble there, stopping on a dime and hanging in the air with that off foot.
Lead back up to 7:34-27. The right side, it's Evans, top the key. Clifford, great look at three, and he finally.
There again from Nique Clifford, who's got the 3 turnovers.
Down low, there's Clifford, turnaround. Hook is up and good. They went right after Rollison, 6 of the shot clock. Rollison crossing over into paint, falling to the floor, turned it over. Rams in the front court, gotta go. Evans kicked out, Clifford 3 on target.
Sleep just enough with that ball fake to where Ethan's thinking he's a non-threat. As soon as he does, Rollison throws it up.
There's Clifford. Dunk! Off the launch.
And this is the time now for the Rams to really put Nevada away, especially with the woes that they're having with the fouls.
Clifford on the right baseline. Rises over McBride. Flowing.
outside. Dexter Acano drills it. They're perfect. 5 for 5 shooting the basketball.
And the crazy thing about Utah State, they haven't shot it as well as they can this year. They can shoot it a lot better. We're seeing that a little bit tonight. If they get hot from outside, from the three-point distance, they literally will be one of the top offenses in the country.
Clifford left free, buries it from the outside.
Green right there, a guy that can shoot it that well. I love his form on his jump shot, too. It's about as good as you get.
Clifford right back.
NBA right there. Seen all year.
Allen off the mark. That was a 1-and-1 foul on the floor. That was the 7th team foul on Colorado State. Aggies are over the limit. Under a minute to play here, first half. Clifford fading and hitting. Feel it coming on, and he's really taking that next step. Martinez.
He's been patient tonight, too. I'd like to see him. He knocked the first one in. In a game like this, when you're down, I mean, you called heat check earlier. If I make one, it's heat check. Let's go.
Nique Clifford.
Okay. Games all season. He has really showed up tonight.
Clifford from the corner. Big answer.
Yeah, it's hard to turn that off.
Goes 1 of 2. Coming up on 90 seconds to play.
Now they have to make they have to make a 3 here.
Clifford. He does.
Connected to 27.
Oh! Look out.
Clifford.
Guelph had 50 of them by himself.
And we're at 25 apiece. Raucous crowd. Everybody wearing orange. Celebration of the original colors of this university back when they were an agriculture college. Their nickname were the Aggies. Clifford.
Get out of here.
Take
this, by the way, Rich. Left that part out.
First lead tonight for San Diego State. 2.5 minutes before halftime. Got some bench out there right now.
I know where I'd go.
Clifford.
Yep.
Leaps and bounds better than when this season started.
He might be the only freshman in the country at 7 foot that can make that kind of play.
Clifford.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's good.
And
P.J. Davis.
Guelph kept that offensive rebound alive. He didn't just tip it. He tipped it to a teammate. Do you get an offensive rebound and an assist for that?
San Diego State didn't have many leads in the first. Clifford.
Oh, no. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks in 37 minutes against Wyoming. How about that from a conditioning standpoint, Rich?
Yeah, they've asked a lot, and he's delivered. Clifford.
With a no call there.
So Bemba's the first to 4. Remember, Bird's playing with 3. And he's guarding Clifford.
That was good help by Compton on Clifford on that curl screen.
Clifford's got 16. Clifford in tight. He's got 18.
Tired. It's been a physical, gritty game. Now's the time for your point guards, for both teams, to settle down and run continuity on the offensive end.
Morton.
Oh, Bird took a shot. He's down.
Clifford got the 3. Bird is hurt.
That Colorado State will put on the floor, and you need physicality when you're dealing with Nelly Jr. Joseph. And he did a solid job against Joseph in the first game. Agreed. Let's see if we can establish a rhythm here as we cross over into the second minute of play. Here's Clifford stepping in front of the three-point line, hopping his way through and rolling it off the glass. To bring it up here, 5'11" grad transfer out of Northern Iowa. Over 1,400 points in his career at Northern Iowa. And he knows how to score. Into Clifford, set on the timer, working against Borovichinen. The follow away, he got it. But he's able to grab it and lay it in. This second unit for Colorado State doing well. Clifford sets his feet and hits.
Flatten it out early in possessions by taking the ball right to the middle of the paint.
There's Clifford off the inbounds on the right side, drives baseline, reverse layup is up and in. Beautifully done.
Ethan Taylor's pinky on the way out of bounds. Love the activity.
Lob into Clifford. Lift fake, layup, good. Window is good. That's the freshman, Kyle Marshall.
He's certainly not shy. He's their second best scorer there. And how about the air he puts under that layup to go high off the glass.
6-0 run here for the Air Force Falcons. Clifford down the lane, right to the rim, lays it up. Saw Marshall make one of those earlier in the contest.
And how about Kyan Evans clearing out that weak side? The 7-footer still a Husky, just clearing him out and securing that rebound.
Top of the key, Kyan Evans looking to get it inside to Clifford. He got the mismatch, reverse layup, and goes right around Ethan.
A rebound right away, and then a defendant at the rim.
Kearney down the lane. The hook shot is up. He missed it. Rams with the rebound. Forecourt. Got it to Clifford ahead of the pack. Taylor once again controls high on the left side. Morton's on him. Steps into a three. Not this time. Bricked it. Rebound to the Rams. Lob ahead for Bowen Bourne. Fakes the three. Drives inside. Kicks back out. Here's Clifford. Baseline. Lays it up. And in. What the foul?
You get that switch with Ethan Taylor on Nique Clifford. Every time they've posted him up immediately.
Here's Clifford on the inbounds. Has it deep, working against OK. Fadeaway baseline. Two is up off the glass.
Kyan Evans, an easy layup.
Instead, the Rams will throw it in from the baseline. Lob inside. They got it to Clifford underneath the hoop and goes up strong. Colorado State by 19. It's a 9-0 run over the last 3 minutes for Colorado State. Here's Evans driving right, kicked out to Joppa. Hands to Clifford out front. Nique with some space. Rises, fires, and hits.
The transfer from Long Island, he's only played in 7 games this year. He's averaging 1 point and 1 rebound in those 7 games. Off the double, Joppa said, oh, he almost took the three.
Why not? I think he should have shot that. This Moby crowd would have went wild had he made it.
That's a nice move by Clifford. At that point, Freddie Pacheco, where are you when we need you? Gil Clancy, maybe. Evans has really controlled the offense for Colorado State. This is Clifford. Degenhardt has him. Jorgensen kicks. Clifford fires a three.
Move on every pass, every dribble. Clifford in the right spot, right place, right time to come up with that block.
The lead is 2 for Colorado State. Joppa still in there. Crocker Johnson waiting for Clifford to clear. Buchanan's got that assignment. Buchanan, such a terrific ad. The NAIA All-American. Clifford falling away. It's a
have to drive that number down.
And the story again with Nicola Joppa. He's only in there because Rashawn Bemba is sick. Joppa's only played in 7 games and only 3 minutes a game in those 7 games. Clifford! On the way.
That's hard to believe. I mean, it's about 20 degrees outside, and
well, they're not reporting to Fort Collins.
That's true. Fort Myers, I guess.
There
right?
you go.
But Florida's got snow right now.
That's true. Colorado State, 13 assists on 16 buckets. That's why they're one of the best in the country at assist percentage. Clifford, left hand this time. And they're 11 of 11 from the line in the second half. Leon Rice patient, watching. The lead is down to 3. Largest lead was 17. Clifford battling, backing Cardenas in, and he scores.
But at some point you got to.
And the Broncos here in the second half have effectively taken this crowd out of the game. Let's see what Nico Medved draws up.
I'd expect something to end with the ball in Nique Clifford's hands.
That's Clifford into the lane. Good fake, gets it up and in, and it's tied at 7.
Here's Newt. 3 ball is short and rebounded by Kyle Jorgensen, one of the freshmen for CSU, playing in his first Border War.
Yeah, Newt might have been a little more open than he expected on that one. And there you see Dominique Clifford back.
The 5-point lead over Wyoming. Kyle Hughes and Brian Burton with you. Thanks for joining us. And Evans gets the steal. Passes inside to Clifford. Clifford goes up, finishes for this Border War matchup. And we are underway the second half. Kyle Hughes and Brian Burton with you. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. CSU with the ball, and Clifford.
Under, what a play on the Agman. Dear mama, there goes that man in traffic, up and under, knifing through, slicing through. He makes it look easy.
14 points for Agbem, and you mentioned it a couple of possessions ago. Wyoming needs to get him a little bit of help. He can't be the only one scoring in this second half. 7-point lead for CSU.
But he's not afraid to put the team on his back if need be, and neither is that. Yeah, they do so much out of their back screen and their offense. Good job creating space and getting the open 3, and a lot of contact at the rim, no call. Rams in transition.
Yeah, Sundance Wicks did not know why there wasn't a foul.
That shot, that's a shot you'll live with him all the time. He makes that shot with regularity, but it leads to an offensive rebound and another opportunity to score.
10-point lead for the Rams. Jorgensen now over to Bourne. We're looking for Morton Cutton. Bourne will take it. Quick is Bowen Bourne. Kicks it outside. They swing it. Meet Clifford for 3.
San Diego State, you know, as aggressive as they play, knowing they're not necessarily a great shooting team, you would expect them to get more than 3 offensive rebounds. Ideal, but he also coaches his ball club to take the good shot that presents itself. You know, they run a very patient, deliberate offense with a lot of cutting, great spacing.
Colorado State has the rebound. And a half minute left in this first half. Chance to cut within 3 or 2. Six-second differential. Game to shot clock. Clifford against Bird. That's a really good defender, and he gets inside him and scores and gets him.
To Colorado State before going to Nebraska, back at San Jose State, he knows this league as well as anybody, and he understands some of the adjustments that need to be made to put his team in position to have success.
Now they gave Boise State a scare in San Jose last week, so it's good to see Tim Miles get the win. That means Utah State sits alone, undefeated at 6-0 atop the conference. Clifford spinning in the lane. That's a really nice second half. They share the ball extremely well. One of the best passing teams in the conference, and Clifford.
Top of the key, Njai fakes the 3, ball knocked away from him, stolen. Clifford leading the break. Meek, the to pass out there to Morton. A little too hot to handle. He retrieves, though. Colorado State a little bit out of sorts here. Nique Medved on the Rams getting their offensive set. 14:35 to go in the first. Tied up at 13, an entertaining one so far. Clifford tries his hand from deep. He'll connect.
Jai really has a long wingspan. Almost was able to save that ball had Jalen not gotten in the way.
Each of these two teams have hit 6 of their last 8 shots. Rams have it in the front court. Top of the key, Clifford tees one up from downtown.
So much going here these first 4.5 minutes.
Clifford triggers it in, comes into Jorgensen. Tried to post it up in low here. Got Clifford against Thomas. Goes up with a shot. Lays it up and in.
Offense has gone to you versus me, in particular Dedan Thomas versus whoever's in front of him. Just 1 around 4.
Rams are going to throw it in. Got it to Clifford. Working against Thomas again. Left-handed jump hook. It's up and good. Hard by Colorado State as well. Ended up going to UNLV. Quick trigger 3. And Nique Clifford will rebound to Colorado State. Well, UNLV gets it to 6 just a moment ago. And a 5-0 spurt out of that Nique Medved timeout. To the Rams back by double figures. Nique Clifford again working his way into paint. Spins down the lane. Lays it in.
Again, but those were 30-point ball games. And then this one might come out to be 20 points, but certainly closer than 20 points.
Much closer.
A little paradoxy there to start your conference, but nonetheless, the Rams are going to go 4-1 here to start their first 5 games of conference.
And they will have now won 5 of their last 6 games. 35 seconds to go, 10 of the shot clock. Clifford standing out front. Gonna hoist up a deep 3.
Back from the Rams, just Robinson there in transition. Collins, a guy who really likes to find his teammates, able to get one in transition there.
So an early 4-0 lead. 3-try Clifford on the other end. If he pivots around, he's in trouble. Kicks it back out. 2 on the shot clock. Knocked away. Forecourt. Clifford off the launch pad. Collins has it high on the right side. This time Keyshawn Williams on him. And tried to pass it off. It got deflected, stolen. Forecourt. Here comes Bourne. Bowen Bourne stops at the foul line. Left side. There's Clifford for 3.
Big arms and bony elbows. Just bonked him again on that offensive rebound against the free throw.
Sack was called earlier in the game with a flagrant 1. Rams throw it into the front court, working again full court pressure. And Fresno State trying to keep up the intensity here despite the deficit, sitting at 26. Top of the key, it's Nique Clifford. Clifford goes to the left wing, skips it to Jalen Crocker-Johnson. Baseline drive, wants to back down there. Kicks out though. Rams work it around. Clifford baseline, canceled. Fadeaway 2. Cashing to do that. Dribble, penetrate, aggressive offense, play fast. Second free throw is up and it is good. Rams lead is sitting at 28, 6:37 to go. We're in the second half of play. It's been a long one tonight. Lake works it around to Clifford. Cycles it back out front to Jorgensen for Colorado State. 13 of the shot clock. They're posting up Clifford down low.
We're not forcing a lot, getting steals per se, but man, how many times have we seen guys step out of bounds, a long travel, a charge taken? I mean, that's the things defensively that make you great.
Clifford, great feed down low, got it to Morton, and then had it deflected, came right back to Clifford. Baseline jumper.
And brings in some more size. Spartans have some size of their own on the bench. See when we get our first look at Troll Mariel and Sadrakan Ganga. All goes to work on Clifford. Steps through, looking to body him up, and he's had a couple of looks in close. Ready to bang inside with Clifford, just can't get him to go. Clifford, he gets the roll on the other end. Through a couple of defenders, then blocked from behind, but last touch on the big man transfer from Fresno State. Now Colorado State in no rush here. Clifford left alone all day. Aduje now steps through. Good kick to Hall. That one just draws iron. Now Clifford pushing the tempo. Clifford full head of steam right down the lane and good for two. Here. Shot clock to 6. Nganga from 3. That's off the back rim. The three-point woes. They continue. Clifford now. Clifford to the basket. Counted and one. Aduje takes a look. Coughs it up. Run developing. Upstairs. Clifford! The hammer! He's got 12 to go along with 8 rebounds. 54-25. Clifford again left free. He is too good. Just said Colorado State has 59 at this point in the basketball game. It might be a little bit higher than where Coach Miles would like, but it wouldn't keep them out of.
Draws it up. Trey Coleman spots up for the open 3 and knocks it down.
Nevada was 18 of 36 in its last outing a week ago against Texas Southern, a school record 18 threes. And Clifford. Whoa. Clifford snacks the rebound. Leading defensive rebounder in the country is Nique Clifford, over 9 a game. Leads the Mountain West in rebounding at over 10 a game. Meanwhile, Evans after that 3, 5 points. He averages 7 a game.
He's been aggressive and looking for a shot early. Here comes Clifford.
Clifford.
Again, just so fast to the rack.
A half from behind the arc, and its losses 27.2. The lefty 3 rolls out as Jalen Crocker-Johnson is checked in, but it's a putback.
The last few minutes, and that's how they've been able to get back in this game. Sloppy turnover there, and Clifford's going to go throw one down.
Buckle up for Nique Clifford.
And dunk not only stops the Nevada momentum, but gives Colorado State the lead back, takes the crowd out of it a little bit.
Hey, your renowned halftime report is coming up shortly. There is a legend in the building as Clifford back to the rim, bucket and one. What a finish with the left. We're going to have Nick Physique
in front, 27-24, into the paint. Rejected, boy, Yamazaki. And it's sent right back to him. Here comes CSU in transition. And the Moss penetrates left to the lane, reverse pivots, floater, missed it, rebound CSU. Outlet to Keyshawn Williams. Head of steam, Keyshawn get a peel off to that right wing. Rams go in their offensive set. Colorado State has not scored in over 3 minutes. It's been a bit. Williams catches high on the right side. 13 minutes exactly to go in the contest. Williams again up between the rings. 10 on the shot clock. On the left side, Nique Clifford splits a double team into paint. Pull up 2 is good. See if that gets.
That's the tough part. You mentioned we're just unable to get that stop or make that three-point field goal that's extending this game enough to keep Radford at bay, and now all of a sudden a one-possession ball game.
And Clifford with the answer.
Shulga with a long stare drains a three.
Great start to the second half for VCU. Perfect release on that three. Shulga and Bamasil, two legendary players at VCU.
Second three-pointer of the night for Matt Shulga. He's up to 13. Clifford turns the corner and flushes it.
On the ball, jumping with Bell, making it a tough shot, getting the block there.
6 rebounds for Rashawn Bemba. He's the lone double-figure scorer. Clifford with a chance to add to his total, and he does. Max Shulga up to 15.
The perks of having rim protection. Clifford driving like a freight train, goes right at Bomboyoye. He contests the shot, makes it tough. Boom, you go out in transition. Shulga, coast to coast with the most. Wow.
Clifford, far catch, excellent drive, swatted in, a goaltending violation.
When he gets the ball, and if they double down, he's pretty good at finding the open man.
CSU basketball. Clifford, again, averaging a double-double, number 5 in the country in rebounding. He'll post up against Yakumovsky, wide of the lane. Pulls up from 18, yes. And we're tied at 2. Rams basketball, Jorgensen backpedaling. Gives out the ball. Nique Clifford goes to work against Carrington to the baseline. Good man on ball defender. Fades from 17. Oh, what a shot that time. Ruffin off the pick and roll. Got it to choke to the rim, and he missed it off the window.
Good pass there.
Nique in transition for 3, and Clifford drains one from down.
Could have dropped it off for an easy layup.
You know what, though? That's like an offensive, defensive lineman rather getting an interception. Right? In football, they just want to go. Don't care what's happening. I want to score a touchdown. That's the same thing for a big man in transition. Clifford right side for 3. That one he got to go down.
Up for Uday, and it looked like Uday was looking for it as well. Like, is that for me? Nice float game in the middle of the paint.
TCU started 0 for 4 and has now made its last 4 field goals.
Good defensive rotation by TCU right there to wall up, and that's all you can do.
List, as it will be ball out of bounds underneath for the Rams. Clifford, splash.
That's all heart, baby, yeah. I love it. Love a good block. That was big time.
For the 5th time today, we're tied no longer as overall trying to win outside of Fort Worth for the first time this season. Punch denied at the cup.
With a good defense in there by Colorado State.
Nique thought about the trail 3. Oh, the scoop. And point play the old-fashioned way. And TCU is up by 4.
Let's see if this defense can get dialed up by TCU. You said that they were second best in their conference, turning teams over 17 times. They just haven't been able to manufacture that. Both teams have turned each other over in this one 7 times.
Nique Clifford is wet from
by the Rams.
Williams, triple try. Battle for the rebound. Clifford came out of no.
Early to the three-point line to disallow touches, and I don't know if they got there in time. Lucky they missed it.
Clifford off the bounce, the blow by and finish. Oh, that's.
I'm glad I'm not Gardner, because I would have probably been on the ground. That's how tight that one was.
Clifford, step back. Oh, show us your entire back.
So,
and he has
amazing.
5 assists here in the second half as well. He is literally stuffing the stat sheet.
Yeah, and that's why we said at the beginning of the game that.
Okay, Nique. Yesterday, his first bucket today.
And sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the basket, right, to get that confidence level up.
Morton barely getting that pass out as he was falling down. 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Clifford, turnaround jumper is wet. Colorado State wants to leave the greater Palm Springs area with a W. Out of the timeout, it's Nique Clifford, up and in.
Yeah, about that situation, now they can apply their full court pressure. See if they can blitz and rotate. Get 2 on the ball, there it is. Nobody rotated to the middle.
Bourne, the release valve. And he's got the ball in his hands because of his free throw shooting ability. Minute to go here. Colorado State on top 72-68, trying to win this 3rd place game. We've got the championship between Santa Clara and Washington as well. Shot clock getting low. Step back is wet. Is there any? Nique Clifford, baseline. And cleaned up his own mess.
Not foul.
3 on the way, too strong. DJ Davis missed out on that opportunity. And Clifford goes to work on the offensive end. The drive and the finish.
Easy. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was tough. And they need more buckets like that. That's the shot you want to take. That's the difference.
I'm telling you what, Harris continues to impress. Coming off a career-high 27 against Alcorn State. NT Sports as we bring you this Acrisure Series tournament here in the greater Palm Springs area. Can't thank everybody enough for their hard work. It has been amazing.
Yeah, I concur.
Clifford, throw it down.
On the baseline again with 9 to shoot. Morton back to Clifford off the inbound, and Nique Clifford catch and
Coach Medved, I think Crocker Johnson wasn't sure of the play call there, went to screen Clifford and supposed to go somewhere else.
Nique Clifford catch and fire 3 is good. Strauss behind the arc, cut off by Jalen Lake. Lost the handle, and Bowen Bourne picked his pocket. Rams with Williams in transition. Lob. Dunk from Nique Clifford on the alley. Have to get a quick bucket.
Yeah, that's it. You don't have to get a 3. Certainly if you get an open one, you'll take it, but something at the rim.
Handoff for Nique Clifford. He will fire the 3 from the near wing and hit. Nique Clifford connects. 70 off of the made free throw. 76-73. It's a 3-point game. 21 seconds left. Jalen Lake pushing. They run for Crocker Johnson. It's the same play they just ran for Nique Clifford. He gets all the way to the rim and dunks it home.
Bang! Ole Miss 2 for 2 from outside.
That's great news for the Ole Miss Rebels. Come up back-to-back threes with Morrell and Davis, who both were sidelined for parts of the game with an injury.
Clifford knocks down the mid-range jet. Wow. Finish with the right hand. Normally you're supposed to finish with the left right there.
Tell you what, he can score at all 3 levels, and he may be their first or second best post-up player. Because Morton is their best defender, and they put him on Dre Davis.
Clifford, that's a 2.
Well, he's good. He's good. That was a tough shot. Little pistol Pete Maravich right here in South Haven.
I don't think Malik Dia knew that was coming to him. He just kind of played it off like he did. Clifford, bank shot, it goes. Count that basket.
This is where Dia has an advantage right there. I mean, that was just in and out. He's so skilled at that 15 to 16 foot area. Ole Miss gets back really well defensively.
Bourne, shut down, bounces to Clifford.
Great,
and he hangs on the rim.
Great pass from. It's going to be hard for Colorado State to get a good look because Ole Miss is going to switch everything. They didn't switch that screen.
Got to be quick. Clifford fades back. Got it. Maybe that's the momentum the Rams need.
In the left-hand finish. That is so hard for a guy 6'7", 6'8". Great defensive play that led to early offense for the Rebels.
Now Brown Jones in double figures with 11. Season high for him. Clifford knocks it home.
It's tough because Ole Miss is going to bring.
So season best for Brown Jones. His career best, well, he's got a long way to go. Just a casual 39 points.
Ole Miss is showing zone for the first time all year. 2-3 zone. If they'll match in it right here.
Clifford swishes it.
Yes, they're playing Brakefield at the 5, maybe Barnes at the 4, but Colorado State is playing with 4 guards right here. Now a matchup when that ball goes up of Jamin doing a really good job on Crocker Johnson to keep him off the boards. You got the match. Here comes
Clifford, skies to the rim.
Not good. 17:05 to go in the second half. Driving left shot, Vanya dribbling off his foot, came right to Jalen Lake. Forecourt. Here's Clifford. Driving right, backing his way down. Fadeaway 2 is up in.
He seems to find himself in the right spots at the right time offensively there. Another wide open look from deep.
42-39. Lead back to 3 here for DU. Clifford with the answer. Nate Clifford will dial.
Carr bounces it around and then drops in the hands of Manny. And what do you know, Craig's wide open for a 3. It's all the momentum right now with the Pioneers.
49-48, DU back in front. Right side, Nique Clifford knifing through the lane. Fadeaway 2, yes. Crocker Johnson, free throw line, good back cut, found Nique Clifford. Oh, he went up for the layup, he missed it. Got his own board and the putback with the foul. Played 10 minutes in that game. Driving baseline, here's Tennessee State, ball knocked away, loose on the floor, and it picked up by Colorado State. Rams on the run, back the other way. Evans holds up, high on the right side. High on top of the key to Clifford. The Rams can get Nique going. Nique has an attempt at a shot. We're 3 minutes in. Rams leading 6-2 on a pair of Jalen Lake threes. Here's Clifford, pulls the trigger, and he puts one.
It's not one of those turnovers that gets you out in your fast break. Now you got to go against this tough half-court defense.
Inside 11 minutes to go in the first half. 12-11, Rams down by 1. Jorgensen, the freshman, top of the key, hands off to Clifford. Nique with the crossover, got right down the lane, scoops, and up and in. The blow-by. 5:35 to go in the first, 23-19. Rams trail Tennessee State. Game number 2 of the season. CSU basketball, Tennessee State back to man-to-man defense. Clifford, deep 3. Let's fly. And very
seals out the way and clears the lane for his boy, Kyan Evans.
Inbounds. Evans circles out front. Got it to Clifford, left wing. Clifford pulls the trigger, 15-foot baseline jumper. Williams, boy, you got to shoot that. Here's Williams now, step back 3 off the heel. Crocker Johnson up high for the rebound. To the top floor for that one. Bourne in the paint. Outside to Williams, 15 to shoot. Rams trying to get that offense thrown into gear here. Here's Clifford, high right. Wood on him, crossing over, left into the paint, pull up 2. Yes, sir. Tips there of Langley. So they can't convert on the 3-point play. Lead remains at 4 for Colorado State. And the Rams working against the zone defense once again. Tennessee State's done a nice job of changing up defenses all evening long for CSU. Underneath, they got it to Jorgensen, double teamed out to Clifford. Bucket from the left. Rams will throw it in the baseline, out of bounds. Clifford drives left, fadeaway, bank shots up and in. Beauty. Tennessee State has given the Rams everything they've wanted and a bit more. Jackson down the lane. His runner off the backboard. Colorado State 3-on-2 back the other way. Layup is up and good. Spinning down the lane. Out to Lake. Wide open 3. Too strong, and Ethan Morton with the offensive board. Now to Kyan Evans out front. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Clifford steps into a 3. Yes, sir!
Clifford.
The basketball here, too. Every possession matters.
Nate Clifford with 26. Got right down the lane. The paint banks it up and in. And Tennessee State, they have their first lead since the opening seconds of the second half.
Well, it's just too late. On the catch, you got to send that double team, and he's too late, and he's too wide open underneath the rim.
There's Nique Clifford on the other end. Fadeaway 2 from the baseline count it. Matthews out front, the big man. Now Eagle staff, mid-range, not there. Morton clears. The other way for CSU. Jorgensen had a notion. Now to Clifford straight away. Jab step, steps back. 3, yes.
Ball screen and just kind of get those feet behind the line.
And then another turnover for CSU. Here comes Clifford on the run. He lays it in. And a timeout. Feels a little bit more like
that's a guy who's probably
Grand
missing
Forks.
some seafood, if you ask me. I don't know.
17-13. Rams by 4. Clifford with the dunk. Guinea in West Africa. Ram basketball. Here's Clifford. Drives to the left baseline. Now get a spin. Back his way down. Turnaround jumper up and good. Right over the top. Horn to run the point for CSU with Kyan Evans on the bench. Jalen Lake top of the key for Colorado State. The elder statesman on this team. Free throw line. This is Rashawn Bemba, the sophomore. Hands off to Clifford. Foul line. Floater. Off the window. And down for 2 with speed in the forecourt. Nate Clifford in that left corner. Now he will take the 3. Buries the 3. Ethan Morton with the layup. New life here. Born on the inside. Looking for contact. Didn't get it. Somehow comes up with the basketball. Clifford down the lane. Lays it up and in.
Caliber player there. And again, I just can't tell you how solid he is on both sides of the floor.
Back cutting the lane. Clifford with the dunk. Now a 3 is up and good from Dang Mayor, senior out of Salt Lake City. (59-32). Rams in their offensive set. Rocker Johnson high at the right side. Top of the key to Clifford. Hoists up a triple.